Welcome back to Perkins Pipes. Got the Mark Tinsky, get that there for you. Got the Mark Tinsky Pipe Cottage 2024 commemorative. Got some Peterson early morning pipe in here. Got to talk to you about something today. Has to do with people, has to do with kindness, and it has to do with words. So let's get this guy lit. Let's get to talking. So, one of the things I love to do is just talk to people. Talk to people out and about, clerks at stores, waiters, waitresses at restaurants, that sort of thing. And there is a discount store near where we live called the Dollar Tree. And as the name would imply, everything is a dollar, right? So cheap stuff, and you need napkins for a party. You need balloons for something. Whatever. Just you don't need the best of it. You just need some quantity, and you want it cheap. Go to the Dollar Tree. And the last couple times we'd been in, my wife and I, there was this wonderful lady who was the cashier. So the last time we went in, I told her that. I told her what an absolute delight she is as a human being and the way she goes about her job. And I said, the last time we were in, I'd noticed the way she was interacting with some young ladies that were customers ahead of us in line. So as I was telling her this, we got talking a little bit. Found out her name was Sharon. And she is almost 81 years old. It would not be too great a thing to say that this woman's personality could light up New York. All right, she is just the sweetest, kindest. She's bright. She's effusive. She's amiable. She's just a delight of a human being. And of course, as the clerk at a store like this, you interact with her for what, a couple of minutes as you're paying for your goods and then on your way. But I thought it was important for me to tell her that. I like doing that. I like telling people things that affirm them, things that build them up. I like seeing things in people. Noticing things about people. But then I believe if I do notice something like that, that I should share it with them. I should turn that around and bless them with them. So I did. And again, that's my habit. And as we were leaving, another woman who was still shopping in the store caught our attention as we were getting ready to leave. She said, I couldn't help overhearing what you said to the lady at the cash register. And then she said that she always tried to do the same thing. And she was then boomeranging it back to me. She said, I want you to know how much that meant for me to see you complimenting that cashier and talking to her and so forth. And I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. Because obviously I don't I don't do these things to be seen. I had no idea this woman was even there until we started to leave. And then, like I say, she came up to us. And it got me thinking about what a compliment is. And as you know, in English, we can spell compliment with an I in the middle of the word or with an E. Both spelled the same way. The adjectives complimentary, really pretty much pronounced the same way, or very, very close. But spelled differently. One with an I, one with an E. Compliment, the word with an I in it, is what I just described. Right, where you go up and say something nice to somebody. Hey, your hair looks really nice. Wow, you did a really good job on that quiz or test that you just took. That's a compliment with an I. Complement with an E in the middle, Complement, means to fill out. It's related to the word complete. And if you remember your geometry back in the day, right, you think about complementary and supplementary angles, things like this. And if something is complementary, it fills out or completes something else. And you know what? Both of those words come from the same root. They both come from the same Latin root. Complement with an I, complement with an E. They both come from the Latin root pleo, a verb meaning to fill out. It's where we get words like plenary. If you go to a conference and you've got breakout sessions, but then there will be a plenary session, right? It's got everybody at the conference there. It's filled up, right? I got to thinking about that. Isn't that what a compliment does? It complements you. When you say something nice to somebody, when you acknowledge some good quality in that person, you're filling them up. You're filling them up. You're completing them. It's a nice thing to do. So tell us some stories. Would love to hear some stories from you guys about compliments that you have gone out of your way to give to others. Maybe it's in the service sector. Again, someone who is a clerk and helping you check out with your goods, a waiter or waitress. Maybe it's your doctor, it's a teacher, it's your neighbor. To whom do you give compliments? Why do you do that? Did somebody teach you to do that? Is that just something you've always done? Was there a relative, perhaps, or somebody else that you saw do that early in your life and you've kind of modeled that? Talk to us about your stories of complimentary compliments. We'd love to hear them. As Malcolm Guy likes to say, I do these little things in order at last to do nothing. Or as I say in Latin, parva ago ut tandem, nihil agam. Have a wonderful day.
There was a man who walked the earth